Okay, everyone. It is Wednesday, 23 minutes to the opening bell. And we had a lot of economic data that came out. So I'm just going to give this live stream a couple of seconds here for some people to filter in. Hit the thumbs up for the video, and we'll start here in just a second. We'll go over a couple of things. If you guys are interested in looking at any charts, I could break down some stocks. We'll look at the indexes, and we'll go over some things here. But yeah, like I said, if you do want anything specific, put it in the chat, and then I'll take a look at it. All right, let's jump into it. So at 8:30, we have the PPI that came out. We have retail sales that came out. Now, both numbers were better than expected. PPI came down here. You can see 5.5% year over year. Headline number, the core number expected was 5.7. So that's really good. The retail sales, that dropped also more than expected. The month over month, you can see there's minus 1.1%. Expected was minus 0.8. So this is almost perfect, right, for the Fed. You got inflation coming down, which we already know. The market already knows that. That's nothing new right now. If anything, the market is expecting beats on inflation. So that's what we're seeing. Inflation coming down, continuing to come down, and we're seeing that slowdown in the economy. So that's kind of what the Fed wants to see, although I think that the labor market is going to be probably the most important thing for this year. They need that to loosen up just a little bit so that, companies aren't passing so much cost onto the consumer. I see it in my own business that when prices go up or, labor, the amount that we have to pay for, workers or anything else, overhead goes up, we have to raise the prices to consumers. And that doesn't ever go back down. Once a price and menus are made, it's very tough to then lower those prices. So that could cause, future inflation to possibly spike back up. So anyway, the economic calendar is very important. We say this all the time. What we have right now is a lot of Fed speakers talking. So at 9 o'clock, right now, currently going on, Bostic speaking. All right, looking down here, we have manufacturing coming out in 3 minutes. We have FOMC member George speaking at 1 o'clock. You have Beige Book at 2 o'clock. You have Bullard here that I just missed. That's at 9:30. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on. What they're probably going to say is the numbers look good, but we have to continue to keep pressing on. And that's, what they've basically been saying. So that's nothing new. All right. So let's see here on the economic calendar for tomorrow. You have the initial jobless claims. That's been moving markets. And then you have more Fed talk. All right. So that's tomorrow. And then Friday, some more Fed talk, nothing much going on Friday. Next week, let's see what we have next week. All right. So Friday is the PCE day. All right. So that's going to be next Friday. But we're not worried about that right now. We're looking at a lot of Fed talk coming up. So this is the stock that I traded this morning, OTRK. And now I'm just looking at this now when I got in and when I got out. It actually continued to climb even more. So this is just a nice trend up, nice support at this 9 EMA. I took 2,000 shares and got a 2-cent move. A 2-cent move and made $40. So that was very nice. You do that every day, and that's just about $10,000 a year on such a small amount. That's why you have to limit your losses. Try to be consistent, keep those losses small, and yeah, just be consistent. Taking a look at SPY over here now. Right at that trend line. Right at that trend line. And it looks like we're going to be opening up just about close to that 400 mark. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be a very interesting day. Very, very interesting. Because if we catch some momentum here, there's a possibility that we could get a run up to this point right here. This 410 on SPY. And you can just see here, there's a gap now. When we were coming up to this, this point of control here, this big volume ledge, this is where I was saying that we could see some pullback. If we don't get that pullback and we break out, there's a possibility the next step here is going to be 410 on SPY, about 4,100 on the S&P 500. And that would be a nice move. I really don't know how much further we can go. There's just too many things going on this year. Now, it's been a good start. January can typically be a very good month when you've had a bad year the year before. So you've had a lot of selling, a lot of stocks were beaten up, and then you could get that rally. It's called the January effect. You can get that rally in January. Now, I don't know if it's going to continue or not, but we could just look at the charts. I mean, that's all we can really do. And right now, we are at that trend line. Yeah, Eric, and if that does happen, if we do trend up today, I mean, there's a possibility that this could be a very good day. There is a possibility because you're going to get that break. You're going to get that break of that trend line. A lot of people are looking at that. We really haven't seen that drastic pullback yet from that trend line. But what we did see yesterday was a very, very choppy day. Now, I'm just going to take this off here. I want to look at this on. So this is yesterday's trading day. We got the breakout to 400. So 400, that's going to be a very critical level. All right, so 400 here. But yesterday's trading day, you can just see here on the 30-minute chart. I mean, we were looking like we were going to break out, and then we pulled back. So that just shows that a lot of people are taking profits there or just going short there. But if we get that breakout here, all right, if we get that continuation, I mean, it's looking strong. The market is definitely looking strong just from a technical point of view, because what we did do, we bottomed out here and then saw that breakout of this area here that we were, kind of waiting for just about a month. And when it happened, it really, had a very nice breakout, retest of that, and then continued higher. But now what we're going to want to see, and it's kind of struggling, right? It's kind of struggling around this area. We're going to want to see this breakout. And if it does, like I said, I would say, I mean, I think it could probably go pretty fast. If it doesn't get sold into, we're just going to have to wait and see on that. And, we are starting to get a little hot on the RSI because we have seen some nice moves, but we've kind of settled down. So we got the breakout, and now you can see we're kind of trading in this tight pattern now. Very tight area here. But I mean, if we don't get a pretty quick rejection, this thing can really rocket. That's the way the chart looks to me. From the bottom left to getting to the top right. But we'll see when the market opens, right? We got 10 minutes to the bell. A stock that's definitely on watch for me is mRNA. This had some really good news. I definitely think that this area up here that we saw back in December, right up here, can definitely be tested again. So we'll see. We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. So what I would like to mark out is where we hit those pre-market highs. So 206. If you see any strength at all, continuation, I mean, it's up over $11. It's up over $10 right now. So, I mean, that is a very big move. It could fade a little bit, but I think that it's going to remain strong. But like I said, it's coming into this, overhead supply here. So we're going to have to see if the 206 in the pre-market breaks. But like the rest of the market, this is looking pretty good. You want to be trading things that are showing that relative strength, that have good catalysts. You want to be in the right stocks, those stocks that are moving in the pre-market. Hey, Eric, if you're still on this, let me know how the volume sounds. I kind of tweaked my microphone a little bit. It was sounding so terrible in the videos that I was watching myself. So hopefully it's fixed. I need to get the headphones on so I could actually hear. Oh, thank you. It was so bad. My microphone, it was embarrassing. When I was watching the videos back, very embarrassing how bad the quality was. So, did a little YouTube search, how to fix the microphone. Man, YouTube is literally the best platform. It really is. You can find anything on there. Very, very helpful things. Kind of like this channel. So, all right, guys, I'm going to stop it here. Currently 7 minutes here to the bell, 7 minutes until that Fed speaker is talking. So be aware of that. off the open. We're gapping up. The market's looking strong. Is the gap up going to hold, or are we going to fade really, really hard at the open? Because we are going to be opening up just about at that trend line. Awesome. Thanks, Eric. All right, guys. Yeah, just going to stop it now, and I'll see you guys in the Discord. Everybody have